Hello students, in this video we will discuss about Venn diagrams. We learnt about two different methods of expressing set. The first one was tabular method and the second one was set builder method. The method of expressing sets using diagrams is called Venn diagram. We use rectangle and circle to represent sets. Here you can see a rectangular box U and a circle which represents A. The rectangle stands for the universal set and A is a set which is present in the universal set. That means A is derived or obtained from the universal set. So A is the subset of this universal set. The rectangular box represents the universal set and A is a set obtained from the universal set. So if I have elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Now the elements which you can see inside the rectangular box includes the elements of set A. That means the set U is formed from all these elements. So to list out the elements of the universal set, we will list it out in an order. So starting from the smallest number 1, next we have 2, we have a 3 inside. The circle also belongs to the universal set. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So totally I have 8 elements. Now to write down the elements of set A, I will look only into the circle. So the elements of set A are 3, 6 and 7. If you see here, A is obtained from the set U. So A is a subset of U. U is the universal set and A is a subset. Now I have two Venn diagrams here. So figure A, if you see, there is a rectangular box and two circles which are not intersecting. In figure B, we have a rectangular box and two circles, circle A and circle B, which is intersecting. So there is a set A and set B which are subsets of this universal set, and again here I have a set A and set B which are subsets of the universal set. Now what is the difference between these two figures? Here they are not intersecting, here they are intersecting. This means here they are not intersecting. So in figure A, the set A and the set B do not have any elements in common. But in figure B, when you look into the intersecting part, there is an element P and S. So these elements P and S belongs to both set A and to set B. So this is the meaning of intersecting. We learned that this symbol means intersection. Intersection means we will check what is common. So in set A, you have P, R and S. And in set B, you have P, S, T, U. So now for figure A, the universal set is having elements. We'll start from A. We have a B, C, D, E, F, G and H. D, E, F, G and H. So these are the elements of the universal set. Now set A, which is a subset of the universal set, has element D and F. So set A is having D, F. And set B. So set B is having elements E and G. So E, G. And here in figure B, the universal set is having elements P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W. P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, and W. Now set A. So look into the entire circle of set A. This entire circle is set A. So we have to write all the elements which is present in this circle. So this circle represents set A. The horizontal lines represent set A. So we have P, R and S. This is set B. Now I am drawing vertical lines in set B. So the vertical lines represent set B. So set B is having T, U. P, S, T, U belongs to set B. So these vertical lines represent set B. Set B has elements P, S, T and U. P, S, T, U. Now if you see the place where the horizontal lines and vertical lines are meeting, that is the place where the two sets are intersecting. So what is common between sets A and B? The elements which are common between sets A and B are P and S. So looking into the figure, we can write down the set operations also. Here I have an example. The Venn diagram has a universal set and a set P and a set Q, which are subsets of the universal sets. Now first let us list down the elements of the universal set, the set P and set Q. So the universal set, all the elements which are present in the rectangle, including the elements in the circle, are elements of the universal set. So it has 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 and 100. So these are the elements of the universal set. Now P is represented using the first circle. So the first circle has 20, 30, 60, 90 and 100. 20, 30, 60, 90 and 100. Now the set Q. The set Q is the second circle. So it has 20, 50, 60, 80, 100. 20, 50, 60, 80 and 100. So we have written down the elements of the universal set, set P and set Q. Now set P and set Q are subsets of the universal sets. We learned that subsets means a set acquired from the universal set is a subset. Now let's try to do few set operations. Now P union Q. The set P union set Q. Union means we have to write the elements of the two sets together as a single set. Now we will write down all the elements of set P and set Q. 20, 30, 50, 60, 80, 90, 100. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have written down all the elements of P and Q. Remember, 20, 60 and 100 are there both in P and Q. So set we should not repeat the elements. So 20, 60 and 100 will be written only once. Next, P intersection Q. Now P intersection means common. Common place is the part where the two circles are meeting. So the two circles are meeting in this area. So this is the place where the two circles are meeting. So what are the elements of the intersecting part? 20, 60 and 100. Next, let us try P complement. You can represent it in this way or in this way. So P complement means all the elements from the universal set except the given set. Here the set given is P. P complement means we will write all the elements from the universal set except P. So we will remove the elements which are in this circle. It includes the three elements which are elements of set Q also. We will not write that in P complement. So P complement is all the elements from the universal set except the elements of P. So we will remove these elements and we will write 10, 40, 50, 70 and 80. So these are the elements of P complement: 10, 40, 10, 40, 50, 70 and 80. Q complement. To find Q complement, or it can be represented this way. Q complement, we will remove the elements of the set Q from the universal set. So set Q is the second circle. When you remove the elements of set Q, 20, 60, 100, 50, 80 are removed. So the remaining elements 10, 30, 40, 70 and 90. So we removed the elements of set Q. The remaining elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 elements are written. They are 10, 30, 40, 70, 90. So these are the different kinds of operations which we did with set P and Q from the universal set U. Let's try another set operation. P intersection Q, the whole complement. So complement of this set is we have to remove P intersection Q. That means the common elements of P and Q. The common elements of P and Q is the place where these two set of lines are meeting. So this area is P intersection Q. So when we remove 20, 60 and 100, the remaining elements belongs to P intersection Q, the whole complement. So 10, 30, 20 is in P intersection Q. We have already written P intersection Q here. 30, 40, 50, 60 is in P intersection Q. 70, 80, 90. 100 is in P intersection Q. So if you look at this figure, 20, 60, 100 are P intersection Q. Remove that and write the remaining elements. So 10, 30, 40, 50, 70, 80 and 90. So these are the elements of P intersection Q, the whole complement. So this is the way we will write down the elements of the sets and the elements of the set obtained after different kinds of set operations. Looking into the Venn diagram, we can write down all these. Thank you.